Welcome back to Fox 43 AM Live. Joining with us now is international pop sensation Shab. Good morning. Thanks for joining us today.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure. And so, to start off, your latest song, Serenity, recently dropped. How does it feel when a new song is released?
It's like being a kid at a candy store and just being so excited about this song just means so much to me. I wrote it during the pandemic, so I'm really thrilled and excited to be able to share it with everyone. So we've held on to it for a while, so I'm just like it's a good feeling for everyone else to take a listen.
Yeah. So you wrote it during the pandemic. So does it usually take a couple of years for songs to get produced and out into music videos and whatnot?
Actually, believe it or not, the process is a lot faster than anybody would think, because sometimes I can write a song in a day.
Yeah.
Honestly, depending upon, sometimes there's writer's blocks, or, sometimes depending upon, things that happens in my life and how that can inspire me instead of breaking me. And so I can write something inspiring about it, or just helping, healing, and making people dance and to get things excited again.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I can understand if you get that energy, creative juices flowing, all of a sudden, things just pour out of you. I definitely understand that.
And I mean, it can be like within like maybe a couple months that we can get all the process ready to go. The writing itself is much faster than like recording and getting the videos together, because that sometimes needs time, and it might need choreography or something. So it depends on each video is different, the way we deliver it.
Yeah, and Serenity was helmed by Grammy-winning producer Damian Sharp. What was it like working with him and throughout the whole production?
It's been really amazing working with Damon. Damon has become a brother to me, and he's really a part of the family. And we talk on a daily basis, and my husband, Rob, and Damon and I, ourselves. And so we always come up with creative ways to do something. And when I came up with the idea of Serenity, with Damon and I and Erickson Nicola wrote it together. And it was, like I said, during the pandemic. And I would say it's like my love story for God and the people that God has brought into my life that are sunshine of my soul. And they're the ones that are just really making this life even more beautiful and exciting. And even in the lyrics, it says, dark days are gone, like fallen leaves, you became my serenity. So this is a very deep song.
Yeah, no, it's a wonderful song. I was listening to it earlier. I was bouncing along to it. It's great for the summer. I think it's been best put that your music is like an earworm. The tune gets stuck in your head. Along with Serenity, I've been humming "Spell on Me" all morning as well. That was one of my favorites right there.
Oh, I'm so happy. That makes me really happy. Yeah, "Spell on Me" is really special. It's the first song I wrote with Damon and Erickson Nicola. So it was my first attempt, and I was a little scared at first, but you know what? I always say the first one is always scary, but then after that, you're like, oh, I can do this. This is exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, and you touched on it a little bit before. Like, what's that process like, coming up with the catchy music and all the lyrics?
So every artist is different. The way I work is I might even get inspired. I mean, I'm probably getting inspired by our conversation today right now, and I might go write something, jot it down, or I might go to the grocery store, someone might say something, or might hear something on the radio, or even hear a verse in the Bible. It's amazing how words just come to you, and how God and the universe is speaking through you and just helping you with lyrics. But whatever feeling that I'm in, I always think of it, and I'm always jotting things down in my iPhone. And what I do is I just try to make sense of it. What do I want this, song to feel, sound, and what message am I giving? And, or it could just be a dance anthem. It doesn't have to be necessarily a message. It's like, hey, let's go dance and have fun and celebrate life and celebrate our gratitude, the things that we're grateful for, and the things that brings happiness to our lives. That doesn't have to be involved monetarily, but it's a hug, or it's a word of affirmation. It's calling somebody, telling them you care about them, and just putting positive vibes into the universe.
That's amazing. I love the creative process right there. As a writer myself, I can understand just you're pulling things out of anywhere almost and trying to build from there. It's awesome.
Correct.
And so what made you decide to get into music? Because you were studying law at one point, right? Then you switched over to pop singing.
I just figured there's a lot of lawyers, and it's very fascinating to me. Law is very fascinating. I still love it, and my husband is actually he's a lawyer, and he was a lawyer in New York, and he did acquisition and merger and acquisition there, and he also served at the Supreme Court in Delaware. So I was like, okay, I didn't become a lawyer, but I'm married to one, and he knows the game, and let me just stay in my creative lane. Let him do his thing. But he's no longer practicing. He sold his other company, so he's really helping me with this. I'm really blessed to have him by my side in this life and journey, because it always takes a greater man behind a greater woman, and greater woman behind every greater man. So we complement each other really well. I'm blessed to have him on this ride with me.
That's lovely. So how long have you been singing now then?
I think like in my teens, but I was very shy. I was one of those in the car singer. I would sing in the car along with music, and I would in the shower. It always starts like in those places where we feel most like comfortable and in our comfort zone. And so one day I just felt music was so healing for me. And whenever I was having a bad day, I would go to the gym and I had my track for my workouts, or if I was doing yoga, it was a completely different sound and playlist. And when I was doing cardio, it was just lots of dance music. It would just pump me up. I would sweat, and I would just be like, you know what? Life is good. Everything's going to work out. It always does. So yeah, I just love music, and music is just so healing. And I feel like when you get to a place in your life where when you're working, but it's not for money, but you're working because you really love what you're doing, it's not work anymore, and that's where you are very successful, and you never work a day of your life, and you're helping other people through music, inspiring them. We never know who we're inspiring out there, and I have so many people that have inspired me through my music journey that are singers and songwriters and entertainers, and it's been a blessed journey so far.
That's great. And your first English single, you speak 3 languages, right?
I do. I lived in Germany. My German is ein bisschen schlecht, aber ich verstehe alles sehr gut, which means that it's a little bit, not as good as it should be, but I understand everything.
It's better than
really
what
well.
I can do.
Yeah, it's just like 80-20, but I know once I go there, everything comes back. I was super young when I was there. I was there only for almost 3 years, and I came here when I was around 14. So I started high school and college. I feel like US has been the most that I've grown as an adult, and has shaped me to the person I have become. And every place I've been in the world, it's just been so beautiful, and the people there that have helped me become the woman I am today.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, and like I was saying, like your first English single, "Spell on Me," came out in 2020, and it seems like it's been kind of full speed ahead after that for you. What have these past couple of years been like for you?
It's been surreal, and at the same time, I just think of myself, this little young Persian girl that was walking 45 minutes just to walk to school on paved roads, and my life has changed, and I'm here. I'm just so grateful. I'm really honored and grateful to be here.
That's great. And top of all that, I think you're also a mother of 2. What's it like raising 2 kids while also pursuing a music career?
It takes a village to raise children. It really is true. I have such angels around me that help me with my kids, and I love to be involved in everything, in their academic, sports, studying. I just want to make sure that they're going to be contributing to society. They're going to be good humans, and they're going to add value to this life. So that's super important to me.
Great. Real quick, I like to ask my guests here, kind of any advice for women out there aspiring to break into the industry with or without a family. Maybe they're young, they're listening to "Spell on Me" on the radio, they're singing along in the car. What's it take to go to the next level?
Stay patient, keep going, and don't give up, because when it just starts happening, and when people think about it and like, well, how am I going to be as good as someone else? But I always say every bird has the most beautiful song to sing, and there could be so many birds in the world that are going to sing beautiful songs, and we need more entertainers and singers. I mean, the world just really needs salvation through music, entertaining right now. And just don't give up. Believe in yourself. You have to be your own hype man, wing woman, and if someone tells you you can't, and if they might be right, hey, guess what? Go back to the drawing board and do it again. And that's the only way you'll get better, is when you do it every day. And that's that's the way up. And then just trust in yourself, trust in the universe and God that you'll get there. If it's really your passion that you wanted, it's going to happen. I believe in that.
All right, that's great advice right there. Shab, thank you so much for talking with us today. This has been a pleasure. I can't wait to see what you do next. And everybody, if you haven't already, you can learn more about Shab at shabofficial.com, and you can find her music, like recently released Serenity, on Spotify, Pandora, YouTube, and more. Thank you so much.
Yes, have a beautiful day.
You
Bye.
too. Bye.